We're facing a big decommissioning task, and according to the current legislation, these platforms have to be removed. Prior to removing all this infrastructure, it's key to understand if they are critical for the marine life.
The Reefs project is a collaboration between 4 players, so TotalEnergies, Denmark, DTU Offshore, DTU Aqua and Aarhus University.
Well, in this case we are going out to a number of fixed stations around the different platforms. We're going to make a lot of investigations on the seabed, mainly on the seabed chemistry and on the seabed fauna. By having those data we are capable of assessing whether any impacts has happened to the seabed.
Yeah, so what we've done is that we place acoustic recorders very close to the platform and at different distances out to 25 kilometers. And we've seen that there's a gradient towards the platform, so more porpoises are close to the platform. So that suggests that there's an attraction, and our best guess is that this is because there's food there. So we looked at do they actually eat, and we can listen to the echolocation, and we know when they do this buzz sound in the end of the echolocation, that's where they catch the fish, and we see that happens much more often close to the platform than further away. So we know that they come close to the platform to find fish and eat. So the main interesting thing here is that animals are attracted to these platforms, and many people imagine a platform to be a polluted place, a noisy place, and a place where animals don't want to be. But what we found is actually that not only porpoises, but also fish and other biodiversity is attracted to this area.
So what is left in the project is to analyze the data of the fish tracking. We had downloaded the data of these trackers for the 50 cod, and now we have to do the statistics. So my PhD study is contributing to the industry offshore in terms of informing that these structures are actually hosting higher biodiversity and marine life through the lens of fish, and also that they can host important fish species that are commercial and that the populations are not doing well, such as the Atlantic cod.
You may probably have heard that we are also launching a portal together with TotalEnergies, where we are exposing all the different data that has been collected over the last 40 years. We can see that the seabed is getting better and better, because the way oil exploration was done in the old days left some tracks on the seabed, but today things are done much more safe. So that means that we see a pretty healthy seabed all around the areas out there.
The North Sea Environment Portal shows the data that we have collected over the past 40 years, environmental data. This portal will allow access to a wider public, including also scientists, NGOs, the authorities, to have access to the data that has previously been inaccessible.
The key highlights of the project is that there is a significant increase in marine life around the platforms compared to the areas away from the platform.
Well, I think the important thing for managing the sea in the future is what do you do with structures that we place out there? Now we have had oil rigs for 40 years, but we are now putting up wind farms all over the place in our seas. What do we do with these? I mean, can we make them more what we call nature inclusive, so we make them more interesting for life in the ocean?